It's so weird.
I know.
Oh my God, look at us.
I don't know.
We're like 100 years old. Remember?
You're 100 years old.
Yes.
I just feel...
That's true, I am. I've aged double you.
I feel 30 times 3.
Thank you for saying
We start
yes.
off with ages? I'm fine. I'm never again after that conversation, but I'm fine. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. I ask everyone the same question. To start, and then we'll just go from there.
Okay.
Why acting?
Oh my God. Honestly, I'm one of those people that knew right off that that's what I wanted to do.
Wow.
There's still tapes that my brothers used to blackmail me with, where I'm singing in the bathroom and I'm recreating full commercials at like 5.
What?
So that's what. There's nothing else. And I've tried real jobs. I've tried to be corporate, and it just doesn't work. And if I'm not doing something creative, it's almost like, like when you should be doing something and you're not doing it and you feel like there's something missing. That's how I get. So that's a long answer to a short question.
No, but it's a huge question at the same time.
Yeah.
Because it is the actor Chronicles, right? And it's like everybody's got their own reason for getting into it.
Yeah.
It's massive, because you've been doing this for many, many years. So clearly it's like, this is it.
Yeah, I was a child actor.
Wow.
And I did like tough stuff, like touring and theater and... and so I turned out all right. I think, people have their opinions, but I think I turned out okay. Thank you. It was something that I've always had to do, I feel like I have the music and now I do producing. And so it's all within the same realm. And I basically look at other things that I do as sort of filler time, like the real deal. Like I don't feel like it's a real gig if I'm having like a proper job. So I think that's how you have to be, because you won't survive unless this is not for the faint of heart.
Why do you say that? Do tell me, share your knowledge about that.
Well, you're constantly being rejected, and it's almost like having a bad boyfriend that just ghosts you, that you don't know why. And you're like, but
that's funny.
We had such a moment, and you said thank you for coming in, and you had me working. I thought
it was special.
I thought it was a connection, and then all of a sudden you're like sitting there, and you don't know why. And so, and no matter how tough you try to be, and how sarcastic like me that you try to be, and how many books you read, The Artist's Way, The Artist this, The Artist that, it doesn't get easier. Right. I mean, I think you just either you block it. And the reality of it also is that, I got into the other side of things really fast.
Yeah, I was going to say, what kind of perspective did that give you?
Amazing, because it really kind of took the edge off. So I was like, you know what? It really isn't me. Like a bad boyfriend. It's not you, it's me. No, it really isn't me.
That's right.
Because at one point, there's so many people involved that there's really no way to control that. And so you really have to focus on the moment. You really have to become really happy with the process. And you really have to like auditions and learn a lot of odds and ends, especially now after COVID with virtual, and you have to learn all this stuff. And you're like, dude, really? And this and that, and I have to convert. Like I just did a voiceover thing this morning, and I had to convert it to MP. Like it's all this stuff that you have to learn. And
you have to be tech.
Yeah, you have to be tech. And so you really just have to learn how to be okay with the whole process and have fun with it. And I know it's really stupid and you hear it, but I go to an audition in person, especially now that that everything's virtual, basically EcoCast or whatever. And I think it's fun.
Good.
And sometimes I don't think it's fun, but most of the time I think it's fun. And I never thought people would say, oh, you need to do this. And I was like, how? That's such bullshit. That's not true. But I really am there, because there's nothing you can do about it. And if you sit and ruminate with things and over things, it'll just make matters worse. So,
See, You said a great thing. You're like, I read all the books, The Artist's Way. I did all these things. And blah, 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 blah.
Workshops.
Yeah, right.
Hands.
Did the whole thing. Yes.
You know.
Since you are, you really have come to the other side of it. Acceptance and just like, I'm just going to go in and do my thing. What advice can you give someone who's just starting out for their mindset tools where they're like, okay?
I think, like I said, one of the main things is that they have to learn that it's a business, and they have to learn that there's a lot of people involved in the process. That it's just not you going and making a good impression on the casting director. There's a client, which is usually, if you're doing a commercial, it's, whatever brand or whatever company, their agency, Ogilvy or whatever is hiring them to hire you. And so there's so many people, and you have to really realize that that's what it is. Okay. And through business, things change, and it's about making money, and it doesn't matter how talented you are. They have another angle. There's a bigger picture that's not just your talent and how great you were in that one audition. So once you realize that, I think it's easier to sort of like accept yourself for what you are and just kind of like be you and stick to that, and things will happen. And the other thing is very important too, and I know that we were taught this with Aaron Spicer. Everybody, yay! Shout out to the man. We were taught not to downgrade ourselves or anything like that, but to be honest with who we are and what type we are within the actual world. So in other words, I'm sarcastic. And everybody, and my mother thinks I'm beautiful. I think I'm cute, but I'm not Charlize Theron. I'm not a beautiful tall blonde. And so you have to really make sure that you realize who you are and what you want to represent within that. You know what I mean? I would love for things to change and be like, oh, I will accept you in any shape or form. But it doesn't, it's really not that way. And so you have to really be realistic as far as where you fit in at the moment. If you want to get more into something else that's against caste, against the type, then you have to do your own crap. Then you have to produce your own stuff, and you have to come up with something on your own. And so until you can do that, or you can find someone that's like-minded to see you that way, which goes with you knowing who you are and presenting yourself like that all the time, headshots, everything, then you have to work. And if you don't work, you're really going to get really sloppy. I mean, it's a muscle.
Yes.
So shut up and work and work on it. I don't know. That's my... Shut up! Shut up!
Shut up!
Thank you, Candy! That's it. Can you believe